And I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for feeling that way, even when you're not together.
Today's story explores the emotional side of divorce, the regret, the loneliness, and the difficult journey of rediscovering yourself after losing a long-term partner. You will hear people describe the pain of missing not just a spouse, but a best friend and companion who was part of their daily routine for years. It is a reminder that major life decisions often come with consequences that are impossible to fully understand until you are living through them. Whether you agree with their choices or not, these stories reveal how complicated relationships truly are. There are lessons about love, identity, personal growth, and the reality that moving on is never as simple as social media makes it seem. Stay until the end, because some of the admissions made later in this video reveal a side of divorce that many people rarely discuss openly.
The one thing you wish everyone around you knew about getting divorced.
Everyone always prepares you that whenever you're going through a divorce, losing your husband or wife, you go through a grieving process, grieving for the loss of your marriage, the loss of your hopes and dreams together. But one thing that they really don't prepare you for is the loss of a friend, the loss of your best friend, the person that you always wanted to tell your day and to tell, your small wins and your small victories. And I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for feeling that way, even when you're not together and haven't been together. Just having that desire.
One of the hardest parts of separation that people often overlook is a loss of everyday companionship. It is not always the big moments that people miss the most. It can be the simple conversations after work, celebrating small victories, sharing a joke, or having someone who understands your history without needing an explanation. After spending decades with the same person, your entire routine can become connected to them. Even when two people believe ending the marriage was a right decision, adjusting to a completely different life can be emotionally overwhelming. That is why many people describe divorce as not just the end of a relationship, but the loss of a familiar chapter of their life. The reality is that rebuilding yourself takes time. Learning to enjoy your own company, creating new routines, and discovering new goals can be one of the most challenging parts of starting.
Anyone out there in TikTok land that can tell me what you're supposed to do with your life when you've been in a relationship for 20 plus years with the same person? You have children, you have, built a life together, and then all of a sudden that life is no longer. What are you supposed to do with your life? Like, I work, I'm a registered nurse. I have a career, I guess. I have hobbies. I have, I don't know, a house. I have all the things that I guess you need to live the life, but I don't know how. I don't, do you date other people? Do you sort of, I just don't know. I want to focus on myself. I want to be happy. I want to heal from this whole process that I've been in. But I also want to live life. I also want to have fun. I don't want it to be all about being miserable and feeling sad and just going through the motions of life because my relationship, my marriage broke down. I just don't want to do that anymore. I want to be happy. I want to move on, and I want to just find joy in life again.
For years, someone may have identified as a husband, wife, parent, or partner, and suddenly they are forced to redefine their life outside of that role. Having a successful career, hobbies, or financial stability does not automatically remove the emotional impact of losing a long-term relationship. Human connection is a major part of life, and replacing years of shared experiences is not something that happens overnight. The journey after divorce is often filled with contradictions. A person may want freedom but still miss familiarity. They may want happiness while also experiencing grief. That emotional conflict is what makes the process so difficult, and it reminds us that healing is rarely a straight path.
My husband fell in love with my best friend. Now ex-husband, ex-best friend, but they fell in love. It's now been 4 years, and I wanted to share a very important lesson that I learned. The people that are meant to be in your life will be in your life. Nothing will stop them from simply being in your life. If it's so easy for someone to leave, then they were never truly meant to be with you long term anyways. Also, I see people begging people to stay in their life. You really want someone in your life that you have to beg for? No, thank you. And if you're really fighting for someone to stay, don't you value and respect yourself enough to just let them go? I know that divorce is really hard, and I know that sitting in the loneliness is really hard, but it's way better than begging and pleading for someone to see your worth and your value. You are worth so much more than that, and I hope you see that. So from one heartbreak to another, I see you and I love you.
Watching a former partner move on with their life can be one of the most painful stages of any breakup. Even when someone accepts that a relationship has ended, seeing their ex build new connections can bring back memories, emotions, and questions about what went wrong. At the same time, relationships cannot be forced. Both people eventually have to choose whether they will remain trapped in the past or use the experience to grow into a new version of themselves. Self-respect, emotional maturity, and acceptance become essential during this stage. The biggest lesson here is that healing does not mean pretending that pain never existed. It means acknowledging the hurt, learning from it, and slowly creating a life where your happiness is no longer dependent on someone who has chosen a different path.
Some crucial things that people don't talk about after you go through a divorce. The fact that the quietness and the emptiness in your home when you don't have your spouse or your children is deafening. You have to really get comfortable with being alone, and it's very uncomfortable. You quickly realize that you are now the center stage of all conversation in your friend group because you're now living this wild and fun life because you're no longer attached to anybody. And I don't know about you, but I spent a lot of my time crying and eating pizza and drinking wine in the bathtub. Being single is glamorized in today's society, and people are saying, yes, good for being single, and you should really, really just enjoy it. It's so freeing. When really you lost your purpose because you've been supporting this person for X amount of years and supporting their aspirations and their goals and their dreams and their desires, and you lost yourself along the way. So now it's beautiful. You get to find yourself, but it's hard to sit in that and be like, oh, who the am I? So maybe be a little bit more gentle on the single people in your life.
The most honest moment in this entire story is the admission that independence and loneliness can exist at the same time. From the outside, someone may appear confident, successful, and completely fine, but private struggles are often invisible to the world. Starting over after years of sharing your life with someone requires patience and self-discovery. There can be moments of sadness, confusion, and uncertainty, but there can also be opportunities to rebuild friendships, discover new passions, and create a different future. This part of the story serves as a reminder that life changes are rarely as simple as they appear online. Every major decision carries both challenges and opportunities, and the real work begins after the decision is made.
That, a woman walks out with $200-300 million. He was an analyst at Goldman Sachs who built a hedge fund and then sold it and then used his trading algorithm to build it up to $500 million. She was hot and slept with him for a while and then stopped and started sleeping with other people and playing tennis and having Botox, and she's going to get half. That's incredible. Do you know what he had to do to get that? And what she had to, I'll that guy for $200 million. Are you kidding me? That's insane.
Subscribe to the channel and share this video with someone who might find this discussion interesting. Your support helps us continue bringing you more powerful relationship stories and life lessons.